Hi, this is Ayla, and this video is talking about trauma and grief. So, throughout our life, things happen to us, and if you did not deal with the grief that goes with the trauma, from the trauma, then your body will store it, and your brain and your body will store this information until you deal with it. And when you have ongoing trauma, these things build up in you. And eventually, basically, each one is like a train on a car on a train, right? There's this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. But if none of those things were dealt with, processed, and released, they're still in here. But now something else is going to happen, and you're going to react, and it could be based on the original trauma. So that is why it's super important to recognize what traumas we had in our life. What mind chatter are we still focused on? And then writing a list, either mentally or on paper, of every trauma that you have not dealt with. You can write the ones you have dealt with, but that would be to make sure that you dealt with it, because you want to make sure that these things are addressed so that you can finally grieve them. Because grief is not really just for, like, if somebody dies. Grief is, the process of grief is for any kind of disappointment. It could be for a small one, but it can be for a huge one. So there are many parts of this that we need to understand so that the grieving is processed well and effectively, so that the mind chatter is gone. Okay? You can actually rewire your brain. It's scientifically proven. I'll give you I'm going to tell you how to do it right now. So, you have thoughts, okay? You keep having this thought, Well, you don't want this thought anymore. You know what you do? The second you think the thought, you replace it. And when you do that and keep building on that, your synapses change course, and then your brain won't go to those thoughts anymore. It'll literally kill those synapses. But you want to make sure that you process the emotions so that it's done properly. You want to start where you're comfortable. Your biggest issue, okay? Focus on what thoughts you're having about it, what emotions are being brought up, and feel the emotions over, which is not easy. Okay? It takes a lot of strength to allow yourself to go in, feel all those nasty, horrible feelings, and not let it bring you down into a spiraling thing, because that is the danger. And that's often why people don't want to face those feelings, because they haven't learned how to come out of those processes, you know. So for me, I had major depression, and I had social anxiety and anxiety. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Depression, anxiety. When I was having thoughts of of something that I had done. Let's say I had done something that I felt bad about. And then, or actually, it was just like my choices, okay? And then I would internalize negatively about myself. And then I would like get in this sticky, mucky, bleh, bleh, that would bring me all the way down to like, I hate myself. And the same is true for anxiety. Something happens, and then my brain's like, oh my God, and then this could happen, and this could happen, and this could happen. And now I'm like, hyper anxiety, and like freaking going to the doctor because I'm having chest pain. I've been there, both sides of this. I'll never be there again. You want to know why? Because it's your mind. It's your mind. When you're having a negative thought and you allow it to breed negativity or fear or self-loathing, it's going to spiral. So you need to understand that your thoughts are powerful. They're affecting your feelings in your body, and your feelings are impacting your thoughts, and it's this vicious cycle. Get off the train. Take control of your mind. How do you do that? You have to rewire your brain. You need to build yourself up enough to have self-love and forgiveness for yourself. You cannot live in the past. Okay, I mean, I haven't done the worst, craziest, baddest things as some people, okay? But let's give you an example of somebody who maybe killed somebody else, okay? That's how they were raised. Well, not to kill, but to be angry and like. But what if that person, okay, who now is sitting in jail, whatever, he's spent his time for his sin, for his error, and now he's out of prison. Do you think that there's no hope for this person? There is. He made a mistake. He believed this was okay, or he could get away with it, or had other belief systems that were affecting him, whatever. Shit happens. But if you are going away from that, forgiving yourself for that, maybe even asking forgiveness from the family, because there are actually people who are caring for people who harmed their own children. You can get past things, and maybe you can't right now, but the potential is there. But it's within yourself that I'm talking about right now. People make mistakes, and you deserve to forgive yourself, even if no one else ever does. When you forgive yourself, they're not taking your energy, and then that energy that you have is for you and for what you want to manifest and what you want to give back to society. So it's a moving forward, progressive movement, but it has to do with your thoughts are going to affect you. So if you're having thoughts that are not positive, then learn about how to change your thoughts, because you can, it's possible. And I can't remember the name of it, but it's called something. I'm gonna look it up. Hold on one second. What is neuroplasticity?
Here's the definition of neuroplasticity. The ability of the brain to form and reorganize synaptic connections, especially in response to learning or experience or following injury.
Neuroplasticity. They used to say that people don't change. This is who you are. Old dog is never going to change. No, we have the capability of changing. We're evolving creatures. So, I hope this information helps you recognize that it's possible to never experience the major depression, the major anxiety. It is all about what you allow yourself to think and feel and how it all ties in together. Because it will ultimately affect what you are manifesting, what you want to manifest, and what you will actually manifest.